Today we will be doing an installation on a Nissan Primastar. The Primastar was previously called the Nissan NV300, the same body. It is also the same body as a Renault Trafic from 2015 onwards. The same body as an Opel Vivaro from 2015 to 2019. It is the same body as a Fiat Talento. There are many different brands that use the same body as the car. It will be very exciting to install on this one today with various models. When it comes to the mounting height of the rear door on this car, it is relatively flexible, but in order to have an emergency cable and an emergency opener, one must stay at least 15 cm up from the bottom of the door. That is to say, the center of the drilling template must be at least 15 cm up on this door so that we can have an emergency cable that we pull through the post. This is where the post is no longer flat and bulges out. Here are some very strong plates that are scary, and it's really difficult to get the emergency cable through, so that from the heel down here, 15 cm up to the middle of the template and all the way up, it is possible to make the installation. When it comes to the side door and the height placement, the same applies here. We need to go up at least 18 cm from the heel to where the center of the drilling template should be located in order to carry out the installation on this door. So from the heel here, under 18 cm, or up to where the center of the drilling template is, that is the lowest point we can have the lock at. But there is free height placement from 18 cm and upwards. You can place the lock wherever you want, but not lower than 18 cm from the center of the drilling template. The reason we are moving the drill template up on this door is that we need to attach a rivet in the cavity, and the cavity runs the same way all the way through, but down here we see that it bends off, and here we have no cavity to screw into, which means we will need to make a different hole. So in order to use our installation instructions, as we prescribe today, we need to access the cavity with the rivet, and here this part starts at 18 cm and above. When we are going to stick the drilling templates on this rear door, we shift the template 7 to 8 mm sideways. So we do not place the black line edge to edge, but we move it 7 to 8 mm to the left on the left rear door. So instead of placing the black line edge to edge, we move it 7 to 8 mm to the left. When we place the drilling template on the side door, we align it so that the black line on the drilling template is flush with where the door ends. So the black line should be flush with where the door ends. On the rear door, we mark the areas that should not be drilled on this car model. On the side door, we also mark the areas where we should not drill. Take a drill guide and mark the center on the left rear door in preparation for drilling. On the right rear door, we move 2 mm inward so that the final plate has a better fit. So 2 mm to the left. We mark all 4 points on the right rear door. On the side door, we drill in the center of all 3 markings where we need to bore. On the body of the side door, we angle slightly inward and downward to compensate for when the car's hinges wear out and the door starts to sag. So we hang it in the cross just below the line and to the right of the line, but not too far in, otherwise the door may hit. So hang it, aiming for 4 o'clock just below and to the right of the line on all 4 markings. Cut the drilling template between the doors so that we can open them. Attach a smaller drill to the drill machine, approximately 4 mm, and pre-drill all the outer holes in the sheet metal of the right rear door to 4 mm. Before you drill on the left rear door, open the doors so that you do not penetrate through the door, pillar, and also the seal. On the left rear door, we drill through the 2 outermost holes and the third one in the middle. For the 4th hole farthest to the left, we only drill the outer plate, and we drill very carefully as the pillar is located just inside. Change the drill size to 6.5 mm and drill the 2 holes at the far end of the left rear door to 6.5 mm, as well as the 3rd hole in the middle, all the way through the panels. On the right rear door, we drill the 2nd hole from the top to 6.5 mm through the outer plate and right through the entire pillar. Then we switch the drill to 7.5 mm and drill the hole in the left rear door at the far left to 7.5 mm, only through the outer sheet. And keep in mind that the pillar is located right behind. This must be drilled very carefully. We change the drill to 9 mm and drill the other 3 holes in the right rear door to 9 mm, drilling only the outer sheet. Take out the small drill template for the emergency button. Open the left rear door and stick the drill template on the inside of the pillar so that the middle hole is aligned with the middle hole here, allowing us to run the cable through correctly. Core in the center of all 3 markings on the drilling template. Use a smaller drill and pre-drill for all 3 holes only in the outer sheet metal. Be careful not to penetrate through to the outer sheet metal. Change the drill size to 7.0 mm and drill all 3 holes to 7 m only in the outer sheet. And again, be careful not to break through. If that happens, use a drill stand. Take a countersink or manual deburring tool and deburr all the holes. Now we are at the side door and we start by drilling the holes in the body. We pre-drill with a smaller drill, about 4 mm. When we drill through the outer sheet metal, we will encounter a reinforced plate that lies flat directly behind it. Drill through the outer sheet metal and the reinforced sheet metal with the drill. We will not be inside the body of the car despite that. Open the side door before we drill. We will drill the 2 outer holes all the way through and the 3rd hole only through the outer sheet. Change the drill size to 6.5 mm and drill the 2 outer holes in the side door to 6.5 mm through. Change the drill size to 9 mm and drill the 3rd hole in the middle to 9 mm only in the outer plate. Drill all 4 holes in the body to 9 mm through the outer plate and the reinforced plate behind. Deburr all the holes on the side door and body. Blow clean all the car's surfaces with compressed air now. Take out the cavity wax and spray it into all the holes so that we get a textile treatment where the drill shavings have fallen down. Take out a touch-up paint or rust primer and paint all the surfaces on the body of the car. Take out a nut rivet hanger and the long M6 split pin. Fix a long M6 split pin in the top and the other two holes on the right rear door. On the side door, we secure a long M6 split pin in the side door's 9mm holes. Take out short grooved M6 rivets for the side door's body part. Since we have a too strong blue, we cannot use the long M6 split pin, but we must use the short grooved rivet, and we will place it in all 4 holes on the body part of the side door. Replace the fitting on the pliers with M5, replace both the fitting rod and the outer part, and secure the small M5 rivets in the upper and lower holes of the left rear door's inner part of the pillar. Take the black gaiters and stick them onto the opening door and the body part of the right rear door and side door. Take a thread locker that is weak or medium strength and apply it to all the rivets. Note, you must not use strong Loctite, only weak or medium strength. Now we will install on the right rear door. Take out a shim, 2 screws with ball heads, and a small washer, and secure in the bottom and top holes of the M6 rivets on the right rear door. Do not tighten too much as we will adjust the final panel later. Take out a finishing screw, a screw with a countersunk head that is 25mm long, a large washer, a nut, and a long screw. Fix the short screw in the M6 rivet and the long screw all the way through the post with the nut. Be careful not to tighten the nut too much, as that will cause the outer panel to warp. Just tighten it until it stops, and it will be perfect there. Take out a bottom plate for the left rear door. Cut off half of the passage for the emergency cable. We do this so that it bottoms out in the post behind. So approximately where I have marked, we will cut half of the conduit for the left rear door. Now that we are going to install the bottom plate on the rear door, we will take out a bottom plate, a shim, a screw with a countersunk head that is 25mm long, a large nut, and a large washer. Place the lock in the pocket. Thread the ball head screw through the bottom plate and shim, and then through the outermost hole so that it comes out through the middle hole on the other side. and secure it in the door. When we screw the screw together with the nut, there is a small air gap between the outer and inner plates. Here it is very important that you do not tighten the screw too much, as this will cause the panels to warp and result in metal damage. Tighten the screw that is 25mm long through the large nut, so that one thread passes through the nut. This will ensure it is properly tightened. To easily attach the lock, we close the left rear door, we keep the cable taut, we place the lock to the left of the bottom plate. Then we press the outer part of the lock with our right hand so that it angles out the bottom plate, allowing us to get behind it, and then we carefully pull it sideways. Test to ensure that the emergency cable works and securely. Now that we tightened the lock, the shim came along. Since the lock is in a loaded position, that's fine. Take out a screwdriver of some kind or another tool and push the shim back where it has come loose. Take out 2 ball head screws with blue Loctite. Take out 2 small washers and secure them in the upper and lower holes on the inside of the left rear door. Take out the red plastic button. Inside there is a gold-coloured nipple. Open it carefully with a screwdriver by rotating to the left and loosening it approximately about 7 to 10 full turns. It will fall off if you loosen it too much. Then you need to screw it back half a turn. Once you have tightened the gold-coloured nipple, we manually lock the lock bolt with our hand. We carefully thread the emergency cable through the small hole located precisely in the middle and at the back of the panel, ensuring it is securely in place. Then we proceed to come from above, gently pushing it through the designated path. Now, with this set up, the cable can be easily pulled forward, allowing for smooth operation, but it is designed in such a way that it cannot be pulled backward, ensuring safety and reliability. If you have pulled it too far forward and want to reverse, you can take a screwdriver and press down the nipple. This will open it up so you can go back. When the lock bolt is in the locked position and you pull the button slightly towards the inside of the stump, it is perfectly adjusted. Slowly tighten the nut half a turn at a time. Be careful not to pinch the wolf, gently. Test to ensure it works. Then secure the button with 2 M5 screws with a countersunk ball head screw. Secure the red emergency button with 2 M5 screws with countersunk heads into the rivets. Cut off the waste piece of the cable at the bottom using a pair of wire cutters. Now that we have closed the left rear door, we see that the shim on the right rear door goes under the lock. We want the shim to stick out a little bit, just like it does on the left rear door. So we open up, loosen the screws on the right rear door, and then we adjust the shims a little to the right so that it fits the lock slightly, allowing it to land on the shims. It looks better. There. We will tighten the shims in that position. That will be great. Now we will install on the side door. We will take out a shim, 2 screws with ball heads, and small washers, and secure them in the upper and lower holes. Take an end cap, 2 screws with a countersunk head, 25 meters long, and secure them in the middle holes. Take out a base plate and cut the heel to match the height difference. Remove the entire fitting because we haven't drilled any holes for it. We don't have an emergency cable on the side door, so cut it there. Take a shim, a base plate with a cut heel, and a screw that is 20 mm long with a countersunk head, and secure it in the rivet on the side door. When you tighten the base plate on the side door, hold with your thumb here so that you can feel when it takes angle. If we tighten it too much, we won't be able to attach the lock behind, so it should be just right so that it flexes a little. It must not be too loose, and it must not be too tightly fastened. So tighten it so that it moves and flexes a little, then it is perfect. Take out the lock without the emergency cable, place the lock to the right of the base plate. Press with your left hand to angle out the plate so that you can get behind the base plate, and then pull it sideways. Unlock the lock before you close and test. Take out 2 screws with cooling grill, Loctite, and small washers, and secure them on the inside of the side door. Unlock it so that the piston is not in the closed position and test that everything works as it should. Oil the locks with CRCS lock oil. Now that the car is ready, don't forget to place the user manual with maintenance instructions in the driver's cabin.